Welcome back, coders, to another edition of the Code Word. We've got the three of us back in action, all three, not just Dylan and I. Got Dylan over here on my left for you guys.
Hello.
Hey, we got Adam, who from Adam Plays Some Stuff. You guys should be familiar with him. Is there? You have your channel up and running a little bit more officially now, right?
Mine?
Yeah. Like you haven't been really uploading until recently.
No, I'm starting to stream again, so I don't really post as much as I do just stream, and then it saves now.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, you should check out his channel as well. He's been a pretty regular guest on the Code Word just because we like his insights on
video regular guest on your Splatoon streams.
Yeah, you're starting to become more and more often, which is pretty cool. And just to kind of kick things off, we'll mention where you guys can find us. First off, definitely check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/GameKod3. Reason for that is you can get an audio version of this podcast for those of you who are on the go all the time, or maybe don't want to, listen to us in the middle of the night, as we've found that we have a lot of Australian and people from France and stuff like that watch the stream. So it's a good way for you to kind of keep that update, and it only costs $1 a month in order to get that podcast, so it'll give you a nice audio update as well. We also have a Twitter page, which is @game_KOD3, and then a Facebook page, facebook.com/GameKOD3. Awesome. Let's kick it over to Dylan for the Code Word. And explain a little bit about what the Code Word is, like for people that don't know, because I think people were a little confused last time.
Okay, so kicking it off, the Code Word is just a word that we pick for every podcast weekly that you all in the comment section can hashtag the code, whatever the code word is, and we'll do a shout out, answer questions if you mention the code word during the live stream here. So this week's code word is redemption. Which is what we'll get into a little bit later here, but hopefully what No Man's Sky is slowly doing. They're on the right track, at least, I think, for some real redemption finally. So
Adam is the biggest hater.
Oh, yeah. It's okay.
But we'll get into that. That's good to have different sides of the opinion here, so that's good. Awesome. Yeah, so the code word is redemption, so just make sure to mention that if you guys want to ask a question at any point in the stream, and we'll try to keep track of that comment section as well. So welcome everybody to the code word for the first little part. First, we're going to kick it off with a kind of regular segment, which is the games that we've been playing. Let's start with you, Dylan, since you've just started playing games again.
Yeah, so I played Halo for the first time since the surgery last night. That was the first anything I've played off of my phone, and it wasn't bad. Like detail wise, it was pretty solid. I was worried that it was going to be too bright and I was going to have to like drop the backlight on my TV or something, but it was good the way it was. As long as I turned off like ceiling lights and shit on the sides, because I still have a little bit of a glare, but overall on the TV it was fine. And yeah, I think I'll be fine once the beta comes out for COD in a couple weeks. I think I'll be a top-notch shape for it. I'm pretty excited for it. But besides that, I just got Slime Rancher, dabbled a little bit. Gonna probably do that on a stream or a video here. It was one of the games with gold this month so far, and I've been playing Hearthstone a lot since the expansion dropped on the 10th.
Awesome. So you've actually been managing to sneak in quite a few games.
Yeah. The Hearthstone helps because I can play on the phone, and it's more my distance that's in and out, not the up close. So it's nice having that cross-platform.
You're ready to go up close.
Oh yeah, that's always solid.
How are the eyes feeling? They a little bit less fatigued?
Yeah. I just had to keep up with my drops when I'm on the games and stuff. It's just like every half hour, but yeah, nothing crazy. I'm like almost off all the medication drops and shit. So
wow,
it's just comfort at this point.
Yeah, you're just trying to get back from having a laser jammed into your eyeballs.
Yeah. It's not as fun as it sounds.
No, it doesn't sound fun. It's worse than it sounds.
Right.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I mean, we'll definitely be looking forward to some updates, because I know we have some fun games that you're going to be playing
Yeah,
like,
this Tuesday I'll be buying the Metro Reduc redo re however
Redux.
you say
Yep.
it. Yeah,
Nope, you're
it's
right.
like if you're French, it's redo, right?
No, I think it's always Redux.
No, but I'm gonna be doing those on stream.
Redo.
If I don't have time during the week, which I might not, next weekend. That's all I'm gonna be streaming next weekend. Is the 2 Metro games. So
Nice,
exciting.
nice. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about the Metro games, especially the first one is a little rough around the edges. I've played the beginning hour or so.
Yeah,
It caught me, and it was just on PC, and it didn't really catch me.
I want to get into it. I want to get more of the story under my belt because I've only touched on the second one and never played the first one. So before the new one comes out, which looks really badass from the E3 trailer, I want to get some backstory at least. So I figure I'll give them a run through. You know,
I hear
I'm
the
not gonna
sequel's great.
100% them, but what's that?
I hear the sequel is really good. Like it evolves on a lot of the things that the first one did.
Okay. And then the redo edition, there was like a huge list of things that they say they fixed. So it looks like hopefully it's like New Vegas was, where it was shit at first, and over 4 years they fucking fixed everything.
Yeah, no, I've heard some positive things about that. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Awesome. What about you, Adam? Have you been playing anything new? I've lost you completely. His audio's not working. That's good. Yep, it's not working, man. Well, while you figure that out,
what have you been playing?
He was like making out with the mic. Did you see that? Well, you probably couldn't because it was a little tiny little face in the bottom left-hand corner or right-hand corner. I can never tell what they're seeing. It messes with me. But I have been up to kind of just 3 games. The first one, I think all of you guys know and like to watch those streams, which is Splatoon 2. I've been playing it just an astronomical amount. I think I'm up to 60 hours, so that's good. I'm continuing to kind of put the hardcore grind in. And I honestly can say, like, it's an improvement on Splatoon 1 in every measurable way. Like, it's like that fear of it maybe being too iterative, like some people had fears for like similar games like Call of Duty and stuff like that, where like the sequel's more like a map pack than, you know, a truly big sequel. I think that's kind of not worth being worried about. This game adds a ton of new weapon classes that didn't exist, and they completely changed the way you play. They just came out with the Splatbrella, which is an umbrella that shoots like shotgun style ink.
Nice.
That's the only way I can describe it. And you can pop out the umbrella part and use it as like a block, like a shield for a temporary amount of time, and then it'll launch off and like fly at your opponents and kind of like protect you as you slide behind it. It's a cool concept. It doesn't quite have the stopping power I'd like it to have, but for what it is, it's a really cool shakeup of the game, and I can see people getting really good at it, even though it's not crazy powerful. So I've been pretty impressed so far with that specific weapon. And I got to play that on stream last night for about, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours almost. So that's pretty cool.
Nice. So you said it's short range, but you get like a shield, so it like pops open.
So it's not too short range. It's pretty it's pretty standard to, like, most of the guns are way shorter range than any other gun you would find in other shooters, right? Like, you have to be within like eyesight of the other player, right? But this one shoots like a spray, like a wider spray, and it does it in like a shotgun, like.
Gotcha. I was trying to wrap my head around if it was like a shieldy tank or like.
It's a little bit of both. So with the shield, you really can't move. Like, you can a little bit, but you can hold the trigger. And what it'll do is it'll pop out the umbrella, and that can absorb some damage, and will fire out, and will actually like push people out of the way. So like if they're against an edge, you can push them off the side of the map sometimes.
Okay.
It's kind of cool. And it can absorb quite a bit of damage. So if you're smart, you can take a big blast of their ammo. They can run out of ammo, and then you can just like free kill them. Nice. So it's tricky though. It's not an easy weapon to just like pick up and play. You have to be a good level of comfort with Splatoon and its core principles and stuff like that. Then so that's kind of Splatoon. Like, that's the update there. That was just released last night, which is cool. They're continuing to bring new updates and keep it fresh. I hope to see the next big map update soon.
Hey, there's Adam.
Oh, sweet.
I'm in.
Yay, you're back. But yeah, so far I've really liked it. Actually, why don't I ask you, Adam? Did you get a chance to try this Blatbrella?
I did. I just went at the test mode.
Okay.
I didn't try it live because I didn't feel like dropping the money for it yet. But it's interesting. I wish the shooting it out in front of you was its own button as opposed to like hold it. But I understand why they do that. So you can't just sit there and shield yourself. Forever.
And yeah, because I was thinking about that too. I felt like you having to hold the button, it kind of prevents that being a split-second reaction.
Yeah.
Because it takes a little while for it to come up.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe I'll pick it up.
I feel like they nerfed it before they actually got a chance to see if it was OP. You know what I mean? Like that was so it's not bad, and you can make it work. I've seen people just absolutely wipe the floor with people already with it, but those are just super high level Splatoon players, and it really hurts. Awesome. The other game that I've been playing was Retro City Rampage DX. I've been really enjoying that game. It is like a 90s, 80s, like just throwback. It's actually like just looping on the back screen back there, but it's like GTA, but with a million little nods to like classic films and classic TV shows and action movies and stuff like that you all remember from like our childhood and maybe even a little bit before us. And it's really funny. But like I will say this, I'm a little early on, and I have a feeling that it may get old. But the nice thing that I've found is that even if it's not just suspended and you want to restart it, like it takes like 5 seconds to get back into the game. So it's something I'll pick up, I'll play 5 minutes of, I'll join my time, and then I'll go back. So
I'd imagine that's really helpful, especially with Switch games, since you can be on the go with them.
Yeah, definitely.
That suspend feature is like a game changer. It's so fast. It's literally instant. You just turn it on and play whatever game you were playing last.
It's awesome.
It's something that I wish that they would adopt with real like full consoles a little bit more. There is certain like they work to a certain extent. The Xbox One doesn't work quite as well as the PlayStation One from my experience, but it still works.
Yeah,
it's just a little bit iffy. I'm excited to see the update to the Xbox dashboard.
Yes,
we'll talk about that.
Did you guys finally saw that?
I saw some video. I didn't get a chance to like.
Yeah, I didn't read up on it too much yet. But
and then the third game I've been playing, which kind of has surprised me, is we've kind of had a resurgence with Pokemon Go on just the phone. It has been way more alive than I thought it would be at this point in its life cycle.
Yeah, well, if that counts, I've been playing that too.
Yeah. I hate being that guy, but like you say that, but they just launched a major feature. So like, get back to me in a month or two.
No, but
nobody
I'm saying,
cares
like,
again.
There were still people at my park 2 months ago playing this game constantly.
Yeah,
and I don't know, the park over by our old house was dead.
Well, the West Valley sucks. So I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking around. But no, what I will say is this: the thing that keeps surprising me is the type of people that play it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not kids. I mean, sometimes it's kids with parents, but the parents are the ones that are playing it. They're dragging their kids with them to have an extra phone with them. You know what I mean? I saw a guy juggling an iPad and on an iPhone and some other Android device that they had at the same time, just so that they can get more attacks on the freaking raid. But I saw this, like, seriously, they had to be like 75, 80 years old. This couple that was out there playing Pokemon Go. And they're like, you guys are going to raid? Let's do this. Let's raid. And it was like, it was just such a cool experience. It reminded me of how it was at the beginning when you were meeting people that you would never have met, and you would run into people playing Pokemon Go and be like, oh yeah, what's up? How you doing? Cool. Let's move on with our lives.
It's me on the phone.
No, I see what you're saying, Adam. I just think that there's a lot more people playing that game than you think that there are at this point. Like, I was surprised by it. There were 30 people at my park the other day, and
but we're talking about after the launch of a new feature.
Yeah,
would you have said that a month ago?
No, now it's even bigger. There's no doubt. I'm not arguing that.
I don't think the player base is as big as people think it is.
I mean, every single count that I've seen, it says it never dropped below like 10, 12 million people. active monthly players. Like that's the thing that keeps surprising me.
Sorry,
But
No.
either way, yeah, it's had its biggest spike since launch. Have you gotten a chance to raid a little bit, Dylan?
Yeah, we've done a couple. Me and
They're tough.
Bug. We've been able to take like two stars or two fucking level 2 raids by ourselves, just the two of us. We've caught up. I think one raid so far that was with other people, but
Cool.
there's like a gym relatively close to the house. So when we take the little one on walks in this little stroller, we always hit that one up, and it always seems to be like a level 1 or 2. So it's just an
Nice.
easy one to hit up with the free raid pass for the day. So
Very cool. Very cool. So nice and easy to kind of hit that
Yeah.
one up on the way home. Yeah. It is a nice thing to do when you can take walks. That's the one thing I would say. Arizona's a little
eggs.
brutal right now.
yeah, well, and that being on post, they don't have. It's like like a black zone, so there's no Pokemon to catch. It's only Pokestops and fucking gyms. There's no Pokemon at all.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. They do that in some places. I heard Intel's like that. My buddy, he said that when he goes near Intel, it's dead.
Yeah,
But
you
it's
can. Businesses can submit themselves.
To
So
be-
you
Yeah,
don't
it's so their workers don't walk around all fucking day on
Well,
their
so
phone.
people don't
Trespass.
swarm your. Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
I'll say this though, I do feel like even though you don't see a ton of Pokemon in the wild, the Pokemon that do spawn in the wild now are way less interesting than they used to be.
Yeah.
It's gotten a little bit mundane. I'm hoping they do another event where they like bring a fire type event or something like that, just because that always gets us back to go to the park and just have a little fun just catching some Pokemon, doing some weird
Yeah,
things.
the most interesting ones we get anymore are out of the eggs. And
yeah,
those
exactly.
just take a little bit of time, I'll walk
Those-
around and work all day with my phone when Pokemon Go in my pocket,
I sit at a desk all day, so that doesn't really work.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been enjoying it. The one thing I'll say though is that I've done a couple legendary raids.
Mhm.
No, I've done 4 legendary raids.
Shit.
And the way the mechanic works is you get enough people, you can fight the legendary Pokemon. If you
Mhm.
beat the legendary Pokemon, you have a chance to catch it. And they give you these special white Pokeballs
Yeah.
based upon how much damage you did, kind of a baseline. So you start
If
with
your
3.
gym was
6
holding
plus.
that,
Yeah, which team? Yeah, how many of your team are fighting the raid? Things like that. And so, like, you'll range from 6 Pokeballs to 15 Pokeballs, right,
Mhm.
to throw. I have yet to catch one legendary.
yeah, the best I've gotten was like
That kills me.
1600 Executor, and that's
nice.
I mean, it's good. It's a good level. I don't have to put any fucking work into it, but
Yeah,
if
no
an
extra skills and
Executor,
stuff.
like,
I will say this though. I almost lost it the other day. Like when I didn't catch like my 3rd in a row, I was just like, I don't fucking want to play this anymore. So they've got to fix some things. I don't think it's a perfect system yet. And like Adam was mentioning to me before, like there were some issues early on
Mhm.
where people were like taking it down with 2 people,
yeah,
taking it like a Moltres down with 2 people, which is just not supposed to happen.
yeah, and then they countered that like hard with the timer, and it's just
Oh yeah,
if you don't have the right size group, you're fucked.
no, for sure. You only get like 120 seconds with 2 people.
Yeah.
It's so short, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, you got the Pokemon, but you
Yeah, you almost can't heal. So if you can't kill them in your first 6 with it, everybody going, you're fucked. Like,
yeah.
they're working on it. It's getting there.
But like I said, I do think it's gotten significantly better. It's a lot closer to the commercial we saw when the game first launched.
Mhm.
How about that?
Yeah.
So I think that's been a positive. I enjoyed going out today and played with some friends, and we had a great time.
I still have yet to spend a penny, so
I haven't spent a penny.
I've dodged all the microtransaction shit. I just
promised
fucking
a handful of people
grind it
that I-
out.
I have promised a handful of people that I wouldn't tell that they've spent a penny.
Yeah.
It's not something that many people are proud of when they do it. How about that?
Right.
It's like, yeah, I'm addicted. I've spent money with it. Oh, fuck. But either way, it's just like any sort of microtransaction. Sometimes people get addicted, and it's just, you get too deep. I'm not that deep. Awesome. Cool. That's all I've been playing. What about you, Adam? Since we can throw it back to you.
Can I say it this time? Are we good?
I can hear you.
You're here.
All right. I was going to say Splatoon and Battlegrounds.
Good
Splatoon.
man.
What's Splatoon?
Splatoon. You already said this joke.
Does it get old? I'm sorry.
Yes, a little bit.
Damn it.
Yeah, dude. Well, because I told you, well, we played a little bit. For anyone that watches your streams, I broke B- today,
Nice.
so I can finally play League with
Fuck
Keith.
yes, that was cool.
We tore it up.
Yeah, we did.
Those
I
first couple
sucked
ones
really
sucked.
early on. I sucked a lot early on.
Did. Yeah.
But then I got my groove and I got a lot better.
But that's fun. It's nice because I like ranked. I prefer ranked at this point.
It's way
But
better.
it sucks that you can't group up at all.
Yeah.
So League is nice. It's goofy, but it's nice.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice that wasn't even available in the first game. So I thought that was a huge improvement. That League exists is awesome. I hope that they realize that they need to figure out matchmaking a little bit better.
I don't think they care.
I mean, I'll still play it. Like that's the thing is like the game's so fun that I put up with the bullshit.
Yeah.
The little bullshit like just doesn't bother me that much. But yeah. Awesome. What like anything like stick out to you in terms of modes and stuff like that that you've been enjoying a lot, like in a resurgence in?
We were talking earlier about the Rainmaker. It took some getting used to because it shoots much differently than the old one.
Mm-hmm.
Tower control still feels good.
Oh yeah.
And the splat zones, they're okay.
Yeah, Splat Zones is the one that I have the hardest time winning in.
I'm actually that's what I hit B- in.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty good at that one. But yeah, it's Splatoon. It's what's not to love.
I don't know, man. I wish that more people would give it a chance sometimes. It's kind of frustrating, like talking to somebody and be like, "What the fuck? That sounds ridiculous," and I'm just like, "Just try it. Like, you might like it. It's a very unique game. I agree, but it's worth it for sure." Awesome. What else have you been playing?
That's it, man.
Yeah.
I don't have much time recently.
I've been really busy lately.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Well, cool. Why don't we give go into like further impressions? Have you kind of gotten a little deeper into Player Unknowns? Like, what is it that's been sticking out to you there?
What sticks out to me is this: I cannot break that top 10 at all.
All in the solo runs.
I got to 14 is about as low as I can get.
That's not bad though, man.
It's not bad, but it's all fucking luck.
Yeah,
it's all
solo runs are
luck.
tough. The best success rates, like overall win ratios, come from those squad, with 4-man, 5-man squads, whatever they are.
Two or four.
4, yeah. Those are usually when I watch streams, they just fucking wreck.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if Brent wants to play after this, and if not, I'll play some Overwatch. But I'd love to try out the team mode.
That would be dope.
Yeah,
you and Brent would be a pretty good team too.
Yeah. I'm okay at it. Like it's hard to say because like by the time I get killed, it's because there are 15 people left, and a lot of people have a lot better stuff. So it's not a skill thing.
Comes down to scopes.
You basically, yeah. I usually get killed by someone I don't see.
Yeah. That's why the squads, the communication between the squad mates seems to be like the key to consistently winning. Not just winning because of skill, but because they can call out, fucking the compass degrees on the fucking
I was gonna say it has degrees, so you can be like 30 and I can be like boom.
And you can have suppressive fire while people reload. It's more like
a different spot. Yeah. No, I think that's what's great about it is like the tactical level that you can get to. But you're right, solo is definitely at a disadvantage.
It's just luck.
Adam, I got plans. When it comes to console, if you get it on console, I got you, man.
Don't worry, I'm getting it.
We'll do it. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I have some battle drills. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I have a feeling those streams are going to get really angry at each other.
No, it's going to be great.
It like Overcooked level.
Well, you know what's dumb? I've been recording a bunch of my games, but I get so heated that I just delete it because I'm like, I'm not posting this.
No, that's great. Angry. No, you don't understand. They like when you're angry.
They only like me when I'm angry.
The comments. Guys, people who are watching, yes, I'm reading your comments, by the way. Sorry if I haven't mentioned it. You guys haven't said the code word, so there's that. But tell me if you like when streamers get angry on stream.
I know they do. It's just a pride thing.
It's a pride thing. Well, top 15 is pretty good. Like I'm not gonna lie, most single streamers don't do
that. I've done top 15 or I'll say top 20 2 or 3 times. Anything else, I'm regularly at least top 30.
Nice.
Once in a while, I'll die past that, but it's only because I drop near somebody and they get to the
luck of the
weapon first,
draw.
and which again goes back to luck.
Yeah, that's just luck.
Yeah.
You pick up a fucking sickle and they pick up a sniper.
I'll tell you what, I've punched a few people to death on that
That's the
first
best.
drop.
That Superman punch.
Because it's like because if you jump, you reel up and punch them downward. It feels so good to do that.
The animation is so janky that it's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
The punching animation's so like
It's great though.
like side to side. Oh, it makes me. Oh, it kills me when you are able to punch somebody to death.
Especially watching zombie mode, because that's the only way zombies attack is just punching. It's priceless.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, I would definitely watch more. So if you want to stream it, you let me know. I will.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's a little update on that. We are very excited to be bringing that in the future. The Xbox version, hurry up. We can't wait for it.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm gonna jump on that so quickly. It looks so much. I'm gonna be bad at it. That's the thing that's gonna suck, though. Is I'm gonna be really bad at it at the beginning.
Dude, I'm telling you, biggest thing. I mean, it's not gonna. You'll still have that learning curve, but
I'll get there.
start watching streams and shit now. Learn the map,
That's what I've been doing.
learn the tactics. Like
That's actually something. So the map's the same every time.
Yep.
Apparently, they're working on new maps.
yeah.
See, that's
I'm
something
assuming when they do the console, they're gonna come out with a second, at least a second map by then.
We'll see. Yeah.
If they could come up with a way that it would be more like randomized.
Well, it's still
the items and
randomized by
stuff
the
are
by the safe
I know.
zone because it moves.
That
So you
too,
can't
yeah.
always go to the same spot.
I guess that's true. So that's good. Okay, that fixes that problem.
Yeah.
But
I read an article the other day where the final safe zone, was out in the water. So it was just a bunch of
Nice.
dudes
They're just
swimming around.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That's fucking amazing. If you
Well,
find that footage, you let me know.
And it's funny too. Like 90% of the time, it seems like people drop. Like when a shit ton of people drop in the fucking military base, the safe zone is never near the military base.
Never. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Cool. Then the next area that we wanted to talk about was going to be just a quick update with ARMS. I'm trying to see the patch notes, but basically they've continued to update it just like they have a DLC rollout for Splatoon. They've added a character that was earlier on, and then they recently just did a balancing update. So that game's pretty fun. I'm going to have to jump in and see kind of what the balancing update does to things. Sounds like they just kind of fixed some hitbox issues, made sure that it's a lot more accurate, stuff like that. And then also preventing people from building up their special by throwing shitty punches.
Yeah.
And so like those kinds of things are just really smart, especially for a game that they hope to eventually make an esport. I'm still a little bit on the fence on whether or not it'll ever get there just because of the talk's not there anymore. You know what I mean? Like nobody's out there like, hey, ARMS, let's talk about ARMS anymore. Like whereas Splatoon kind of stole that. It was, I think it was a mistake to
ARMS.
launch it before.
I think ARMS should have been a launch title.
That would have been huge. That game is so much fun, but nobody's gotten a chance to play it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I say that, but like 1 million people bought it. That doesn't mean that they're not playing it now. Like
Not
I on my
playing,
friends
that's
list,
the issue. Yeah.
only people are playing. Everybody's playing Splatoon. It's like 20 people online, all playing Splatoon 2. And it's disappointing, but they did add some new training stuff so newbies can get in there, kind of get used to things. That's something that the original game kind of lacked was good fleshed out training modes. It is a little obtuse for newcomers, especially people who haven't played games, even though it's a game that they can really wrap their head around. Like once they sit down and really think about it. Like my mom loved it. I think like
Those videos were great.
A little bit. She really loved that game. Like she liked it better than Splatoon.
She got so worked up.
She liked it better than Mario Kart. She liked it better than all of them. I was surprised. She just liked beating the shit out of things. I was like, there you go. So I think it's a game that could bring other people in if they can get that talk happening again. I've been following their Twitter and they've been posting ARMS stuff non-fucking stop, trying to drum it back up. Just don't know if it's too late.
I don't know if it's going to happen. Which I'm neither on one side of the fence nor the other on this one.
Yeah.
I just, as an outsider who doesn't own the game but I've at least played it, I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think it's got enough purchases that they would probably build an ARMS 2. I think that one will have a better chance. But at this point, the first game, unless they start rolling out a ton of new characters and stuff like that and stages, like soon, I don't know if it's going to recapture people. So,
Well, I wonder what the percentage of people who don't use the motion controls. Because I feel like the biggest thing about that game is that it's more fun to use motion, but there are a lot of players who are like, screw motion, I'm using the controller. So then they're not really having fun. They're just playing the game. And when you're just playing that game,
it's kind of a boring fighter.
Substance to it's just another fighter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I agree. No, I 100% agree. I think this is an issue.
It's a shame. I don't blame Nintendo on this one at all.
Like
when they even announced that you could play it without the motion controls, I was like, why?
I remember you guys talking about that.
Yeah,
it is just good enough to work, and I feel like you could get good out of it, but it feels wrong. Like the way that game plays, it's so over the top. It like asks for people to be punching at the screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun to be flailing like your arms, and I say flailing, it's really not flailing.
That's the experience. So when you take away the experience, what's left?
Yeah, it's kind of like fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I think that game is a hard sell. Like, it's just simple as that.
It's harder than Splatoon.
But so was Splatoon the first time around. The problem is that
it was a hard sell, but it still did well.
It took them years to get to that point, though. I mean, at the beginning, it did have a good cult following, but like, it had nothing after it to like overshadow it. That was the advantage. Like, it got big because nothing came next. Like for a year, like there wasn't another big game that came out on the Wii U that people needed to like check out, and so they just sat there with the Splatoon updates and kind of started to fall in love with it more and more each content update. Whereas ARMS, it was like, first content update, and Splatoon 2 comes out next week. And we all know that's amazing. So let's jump over there. But I'll say this, like Splatoon had the same issue. The first one had the same issue where it was like nobody wanted to jump on the motion controls until a handful of people got pro level with motion controls, and they realized that if you really want to get to that level, you have to embrace it. Like there's no thumbstick pro players.
There are.
Nope. Not a single one.
There was, I will say.
There was
I will rephrase. There was.
There was. I'm pretty sure he even converted, though.
He did. I was reading something about him.
That's the thing, is like eventually if you want to, I mean, and not everybody wants to get to that level. It's kind of a whole nother ball game. But if you do, like, you kind of have to embrace it just because the fidelity is on another
That's why
level.
I need to try it split Joy-Con, because I can't do it holding the console.
I can get that. It's way hard.
It's hard because it's it'd be like trying to watch a movie while taking the TV and going like this. It's like how the fuck do you know what's going on?
Racing games. It's awkward as hell. Yeah, it's terrible.
I'll try it split. We'll see what I can do.
Try it. I mean, and again, as a roller, it's not as big of a deal. But if you ever want to get into guns,
that's also my thing. It's like I do pretty well with a roller without it, only because like the way I play, I take advantage of like the wide spread. So I only really need to like aim in the general direction.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, I think roller's the only way you could do non-motion control and get to that high level. Yeah, and you do fine with it. So you don't have to. It would just be a cool idea if you wanted to try out other guns.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks. Like the stick motions are terrible. Like, to be honest, like the sensitivity's all fucked.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with it. Well, look at this. Though we started with ARMS, and look what happened. This is the problem.
We're back on Splatoon.
Yeah, we're back to Splatoon too.
Now, since we're on a Switch topic,
okay.
You guys seen? I know you guys are Joy-Con crazy. Have you seen the newest ones?
Wait, what?
The SNES Joy-Con.
Official?
They're not official, man.
Yeah. $180.
Oh, those aren't the official.
My Game Informer.
SNES.
Hold on.
Oh, God, we're literally like looking this shit up.
I don't see anything.
I was reading through my Game Informer, and it was number 4 on some list, and I was like,
"Oh, these are an Etsy thing."
They're
$180.
They're unofficial.
Oh, and they're fucking gorgeous.
They are really pretty. So they're not Nintendo made
They're
then.
not official now.
They also have a Super Famicom one, which is the
That
most-
explains the price then.
No, well, that's the thing. A lot of those companies, I don't know about a lot of them. Some of them do those really nice skins without buying Joy-Cons. You can actually send in yours,
Oh yeah.
which cuts that price down significantly. Which
Gotcha.
I don't know. I've got the gray one sitting around. It'd be cool to do it eventually, but
Yeah, I'm at that point where like all of the matte finish rubbed off anyway. Like it's all shiny because of the oil for my skin. So maybe it's time to just cover that shit up.
Keep it fresh, man.
They're already a little janky because these ones, the little clicker thing on the inside snapped, and so one of them will slide off if I push too hard.
yeah, same.
That's not traditional. We fucked our things up pretty early, and I don't know why. Like my
It's
other
got to
ones
be the
have had no
rails
problems.
because I haven't used the rails on these yellow ones, and I don't have that issue.
I don't want to touch the rails to my
I
colored
stopped.
one.
Oh, did I ever tell you I bought those the
little
things you
housing
bought?
ones?
Yeah, I
Oh, those
bought
are
a
great.
pair. Oh yeah. I use them
Those
all
are
the time.
Yeah,
Well, not all the time.
well, you read my or watched my review. Got it.
Yeah.
Also, you talked to me, but yeah, no, that's cool, Dylan. Why are you trying to get us to spend $200 on control?
You know, when I'm flipping through magazines and I see things for you to buy, I mean, you know,
They're gorgeous too, man. They're gorgeous. Like I would love that, but no, there's no way. There's no way.
no.
Well, cool. Well, we have another bit of news that was kind of a huge one, talking about like revitalizing older games, like from Pokemon Go. Was No Man's Sky got an enormous update.
The Atlas.
Oh, another game that
Atlas Rising. Atlas Rises. Atlas
Rises.
Yeah.
Exactly. Does anybody have the patch notes?
I have a quick rundown.
Perfect.
I can go bullets here. So big thing that they said is they're adding 30 hours worth of storyline and lore.
Nice.
So I mean, that's exciting. I haven't fired it up since the update, but I'll go with that some like actual like story missions instead of the little very thinly threaded storyline that they had previous with the Atlas and all that.
There was no story, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean it's
It wasn't a story.
It's checkpoints with a paragraph.
Yeah, it's checkpoints with flourish.
Yeah,
and then they rebooted you to a new galaxy.
Yeah, and then it's a pretty lengthy list. So I'm going to run through the fast ones real quick. Procedurally generated guild missions, so that's cool.
Right.
Guild missions, they're entertaining. Much deeper interstellar trading. So I'm assuming that means the trade network is going to be switched up quite a bit. It was pretty straightforward before. Each system had different prices, and you had to jump around a lot. So I'm hoping that there's like either a connected trading system or something like that. Star systems will have varying wealth, conflict, and enemies. So that's just different variety again. Overhauled space combat controls, weapons, and AI. So they're trying to bring a little bit more of that space combat that they showed in the original trailer and never had, because everybody just runs from pirates and lands on them, until they can land on a fucking planet.
Nice.
What else? Portal stargates to enable quick travel.
That's huge.
So that'll be big.
Quick pause on that.
Yeah.
I got a chance to see how that worked. Basically, if you have a portal on the planet, you will get a code of like different symbols, and your friend can enter that input into their portal and then go to your planet.
Yeah.
And that brings us to
that brings up that'll be the last one on the list here. That's going to connect with. We have terrain manipulation and for more complex bases, so that's just cool. Nice. Being able to terraform a little bit better instead of just blowing everything up with the grenades. New farming and mining interactions to bring increased depth. I'm assuming that goes along with the guild missions and branching story and all that shit too. Just kind of bring a little bit more detail to the whole system. Increased biome variety and rare exotic biomes. Like so that's exciting. The rare exotic biomes. I haven't looked into it too much, but
all I hear when you say that is we've increased the number of biomes from 1 to 2.
Yeah, right.
Fuck off.
Because that's all I ever saw was 1.
That's the thing though, is like in the original launch of the game, it was more like real space, where you might find one in like
took forever to find
200 planets that were like mind-blowingly unique.
I don't care about mind-blowingly unique, but at least make every single one a little different.
But that's not how space works. Most
Yes,
planets
it is.
are
You
barren
telling me Mars
wasteland.
is anything like Earth?
No,
They
I
got
agree.
water,
What I'm trying to say
right?
is like they've improved that
I
significantly, like tenfold. Like now every planet you land
I
on
don't
is
think the issue was their terrain. I think the issue was whatever they used to procedurally generate. was
They did
fucked.
look the same. Yeah.
no, but I'm saying like even before this update, they had improved that a lot.
Yeah. The
But
last major
this
one.
does take it to the next level for sure.
Yeah. Going on from that, an analysis visor
Okay.
and is going to be added so that you can equip that and discovery improvements. So just overall, I'm assuming that's going to go in with the scanning system of how you scan planets, how you scan terrain, that sort of stuff,
Nice.
which I'm all about because I got to find that emerald. You know me.
You might.
Galaxy map and many other UI improvements. So hopefully they're just cleaning things up, making it more user friendly. Hope and since they're adding so much shit, S-class ship designs are added. So brand new ship.
They're sexy.
Yes, I'm excited for it, but I also am like 3/4 of the way to a carrier, so I don't want to go spend half that money on a ship like I did last time. But
Oh, I see.
we'll see. I think I'm gonna buy the carrier first, and then I'll fuck around
find
with
a crashed one.
and then a low altitude flight and the ability to crash your ship. So you can't just fucking aim at the ground and then wait for it to level out on its own anymore.
I think it's hilarious that was like one of them. Like there was a lot of people that were legit.
I can actually respect that.
Yeah, I was kind of sad that you couldn't fuck up. Like
Really? I don't
yeah,
know.
no, because there were some points like mountain, ship, and it would be like, ooh. It was like real. It was real cheesy looking, you know, for this like super realistic space exploration game, and then you were just fucking like hovering, going fucking Mach whatever. It's like, I don't know.
You know what I can't wait for though is all the penis drawings that people make out of terrain.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be just a planet covered with them.
Yeah. And then we have crash freighters to salvage on planets. So they're going to be randomly crashed freighters on planets. And I don't know what the salvage is going to look like, if that's going to be like just general stuff you're going to be able to trade on the trade network, or if that's going to be, just like exotic stuff, maybe stuff. It could be almost anything. So I'm excited, really excited for that. And then the last one, the big one, is joint exploration.
Oh.
So the way they describe this on the Steam page is that so there's going to be floating orbs as players, and they're going to be able to help you explore.
Oh boy,
that sounds. It's not a true multiplayer. Fun. Yeah. Now instead of them not, so this was the big deal. Like right away when the game launched, two people found each other, but they didn't find each other. Now, if they would have found each other, they'd see an orb. So they've given a visual representation,
like a floating orb, and you have I'm reading that it says proximity based voice chat. So it does have voice.
Yeah, exactly. And it's up to 16 travelers that you can share a universe with. So I don't know if that's going to be invite only sort of stuff. Like you're going to have to invite a friend through Steam to join your universe, or how that's going to work. But on the saving grace for me at least is they did at least like straight up admit, they said, well, let me read this word for word. While interaction with others is currently very limited, this is an important first step. So first step. So I'm hopefully
no. I do think that was like one thing that they like promised a billion times and probably realized, oh, this is way fucking harder than we thought it would be.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was like one of the big selling points of the game was like explore the universe multiplayer, like open world.
What I will say is this though, one of my favorite additions is like a tiny little thing, but they added a field of view slider to the console versions too. So PC versions got one at some point, but it took forever to get it. And it would be nice because the one thing that kind of gets annoying is like can't see shit. Like it's so narrow, that field of view. So that'll be really nice as well. I think the multiplayer is going to be great. Like that was one of my dreams kind of like when I first heard the game. And it never really happened, which kind of sucked.
And then they're adding a new interdimensional race, which it has to do with the portals, the Atlas portals and stuff like that. So you don't know if it's going to be the ancient fucking beings or whatever that had to do with all the Atlas. I'm assuming, story-wise, that's how it's going to go. But just one race has been added as of now.
I did see some weird like other alien creatures, and I don't know if they're just like a more variety to the build of the creatures, but it looks cool. We'll have to see. Like I saw a screenshot somewhere, and I can't remember where. Probably Reddit. But that looks pretty awesome. I do like that they're trying to improve just overall, feeling like a more cohesive game. I did really love the desolation of the original. Like, that was kind of what I liked about the experience, is like I could just go off and almost like lose myself in a universe. But I do appreciate the fact that now there's more of an end game when you get bored of that. Like there's actually reason to continue at this point past that exploration for the sake of exploration.
Yeah, I don't know if I needed specifically like an end game, but I mean, it would be nice to have like something to keep me entertained when I hit one of those like I had a few points where I hit systems where it was like all ice planets or all fucking toxic planets, and I spent an hour just traveling until I found a good fucking system. Yeah, so it'd be nice to be like, fuck this, I'm just gonna go do a story mission. Like, do one story mission. Oh, cool, I found a planet with gold, and then go disappear for fucking 3 hours mining gold.
No, that's a good idea.
But I mean, that being said, even the old version, so I still haven't played since they put in buggies even. So I'm 2 updates behind, 2 major updates behind, and I just checked, I still have 23 hours played. So I mean, I bought the game for like fucking $30. I mean,
sounds like
it was like 50 or 60 hours into it.
Sounds like a storm's picking up on my end.
Okay.
And last night our power went out.
Okay.
I don't want to let my computer do that again, so I'm gonna head out and turn it off.
Okay, man. Well, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yep.
Everybody say bye-bye to Adam.
Bye-bye.
Take it easy, man.
See ya.
Adios. Awesome. Scared him off with all the No Man's Sky talk.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm really excited for this. Like, it's the first big update that, like, the last one almost got me back playing.
It did.
This one will.
So the thing that didn't get me in the last one is, again, I'm so close to being able to buy a freighter. I knew I was going to spend all my money on buggies.
Oh, like, yeah, I saw the
100%.
Buggies. I fucking need one.
Yeah, 100%. I was like, you know what? I want it, but I'm going to drop 3 million credits on buggies. And I don't want to drop 3 million credits on buggies because I'm like 4 million credits away from a fucking freighter. Like, I'm almost there.
You're like, 100% right. I would have bought a million buggies and been super happy with it.
I put about
the graphics.
I put about probably 15 flat hours into nothing but mining.
I remember.
It was.
You texted me for 4 days about what you mined.
It was rough.
4 days straight.
Yeah. I traveled systems for like up to a half an hour worth of traveling to find like the optimal selling points. Like, I wasted so much fucking time finding the perfect sell points and shit. Like, it was stupid. I was getting way too caught up.
Oh, man.
But I'm excited to get back into it. I don't know if I'm going to do it to this weekend, but I definitely want to start doing some streams in it again. Get that freighter on stream. I think that'd be fun.
And what I think we need to do, and I don't know if this is possible, I'm hoping cross-platform is available.
Yeah.
With the multiplayer, probably not. But
we'll see.
If it's not, we should still manage to find a way. Maybe I can convince Adam to play just like a little bit with me to find each other and experience that and try that out together.
That'd be a blast. Yeah.
I would love to play with somebody during this. Like, that's one thing that I wish was in the original game. Like, if we could have co-opted that, like where you got on the same planet as me and we just wandered in different directions and still talked and like chatted and, kind of, just explored the planet together.
Even not the same planet, same system.
That would be great.
If proximity chat was system based, I'd be blown away because that would, like, exploration wise, that's what I want.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I think the proximity chat is gonna be within like 50 feet of each other,
like outside of shit, like walking around. Yeah, I totally agree. But
the fact that you can teleport to somebody's planet is like,
that's nice. At least their home planet. Yeah, that'll be nice to be like, hey, this is my base. Check it out. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a really cool addition, and it's something that's been needed to be there. I'm surprised they're still updating this game. I thought they were going to let it die.
A year later. It's been a fucking year almost.
I'm proud of them for that. They're a little indie studio. People gave them way too much shit for a 9-man crew. Like, way too much shit. It was
people forget it was a 9-man crew because of the Sony marketing.
And it was $60. And so, like, people were like, oh, it must be a AAA game. I'm like, no, this is like, if anything, this is like a tiny goddamn studio that didn't have enough resources, and they promised too much. So, you know, it's nice to see some of those promises come to fruition, and good to see that indie studios can actually pull it off and not.
And to answer Kraken in the chat, even though he didn't put out the code word, which he should do,
the answer is no.
Do Kraken. See what I'm doing? All right. But no, it's not coming to Switch, as far as we know.
I would be willing to bet it never does. It would be a cool game on there, but it's honestly not the best fit for the platform. Like,
no.
Saying that as like a huge Switch fan, I don't see a reason for me to have it on Switch, because you'd have to hamstring some systems and stuff like that. It's a pretty processor intensive game.
It's pretty heavy on it's not like graphic fidelity. No, but just like overall textures and shit. Like it
computational.
Console wise, I could see it taking up quite a chunk of fucking CPU on that. So
yeah, thanks Shredding for letting them know
it is
the code word. It is redemption. He's keeping on top of that. It's really awesome to see that. No, for real. Like I think that overall that is best kept. The best experience is going to be on PC. Second best on like heavy hitter consoles, probably like PS4 Pro. I'd like to see it on Xbox One X when that comes out, because then you could really do some awesome things. Welcome, Kawaii Kitty. Nice to see you still showed up no matter what. But overall, I'm impressed. Like, I always loved this game. It has like a weird fond spot. I'm gonna remember this game for a long fucking time. Like, and I can't say that about 90% of the games that I'll play this year. Like, I'll say that there'll be a handful of really good hitters. Like, I'm hoping Call of Duty World War II kind of reinvigorates me. You know, I can say that, you know, Splatoon 2 is definitely going to stick in my mind. But I might forget about ARMS, even though it's a unique game. Like, there's just a lot of things that sometimes you don't. Yeah, I know. Well, that's my thing is, like, some games, there's just so many games that it's hard to remember. But
yeah, they get Titanfall, man. They just disappear.
It sucks. Titanfall 2 is so good, too. Like,
the first one got even worse because it wasn't as good.
Titanfall was okay.
No, but it got overshadowed like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, no. And
they put out, like, I think it was like a week before Call of Duty or some shit. It was like the worst decision ever. So, I don't know. But speaking of Call of Duty, do you have anything more for No Man's Sky?
No, I'm good with that.
Okay. Call of Duty, World War II. So I was reading some stuff.
Awesome.
They released, I think it was Game Informer article that they had. They gave a brief rundown because in the campaign you're following First Army, I believe, through their campaign in World War II. Nice. So they gave the pretty much breakdown of how the campaign missions are going to be going from D-Day through the end of the war. All right. And they gave you 8 missions, and then they said they're not going to disclose the rest of the missions. So it's going to be I'm going to say at least a 10 to 14 hour campaign.
Yes.
Which compared to the recent Call of Duties is a huge improvement.
Oh my God. Call of Duty Ghosts was like 3.5 hours.
Oh yeah. On all of, I mean, fuck what I replayed Black Ops 3 a couple months ago. And yeah, I think it's 6 hours. Like I was done. And it was a hard
I don't mind short campaigns if they're like super memorable, but they better be fucking great. Like super great. Titanfall 2 great. It's like 8 hours.
Oh, and the cool thing about this one is because it's based on true events, like they're following the actual movements of that division and all that. So the way that they're making it personal is they even started giving the descriptions of the squad that you're going to be a part of, and they give like kind of the background of each member of the squad. So they're going to be real heavy on. It's going to be almost like an action drama in that sort of sense, where you're going to be wanting to fight, with the guys that you're with, and you grow with them throughout the campaign. But they've really, since day one, been really heavy on saying that they want to stay as historically accurate as possible.
Nice.
So I'm hoping that they go super fine detail on that sort of stuff. I know they had a few historians on staff when they were making the game, which is awesome because these war games are where these are their roots. Like they make realistic war games. That's what the Call of Duty franchise was supposed to be.
That was literally how it started.
Yeah. And I'm hoping
Medal of Honor and won.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that they can go back to that the way like Battlefield did with Battlefield 1. Like it feels right. And that from what I've seen, this one feels right. A little bit of multiplayer news, and it's gotten me. I just know it's going to be a time sinker for me because I like to have everything unlocked. But previous games, you have perks. I don't know. I know you're not super huge into Call of Duty, but you have perks that give you increased abilities. You know, sleight of hand, fucking ghost, that sort of stuff. Sure. This one is going to be class based. So there's 5. They're called divisions, and you choose. So like the airborne division, right? And then you get 2 perks from the division, and then a 3rd perk that you unlock. And from completing matches, playing as that division player, then you will get increased level, not only experience level, but experience in the division. So you pretty much kind of, it's like a cross, like a hybrid between classic Call of Duty with perks, because you're still getting 3 perks, but they're going to be specific to the divisions, and weapons will be specific to the divisions. So there'll be certain things that you need to put way more time into to get. Like their example in the article was to be able to get a Thompson submachine gun with a suppressor, you're going to have to get to a certain level to get the Thompson and the suppressor unlocked.
I see what you're saying.
And then any other division, you'll only get the Thompson. You won't have the suppressor, which is going to play a role.
Go back and switch over to that division and
exactly. And then in doing so, you sacrifice whatever division you were in. Whatever perks that one had. So,
but you still keep your rank and stuff like that.
Yeah. The overall rank staying the same, but they're kind of having the level system like Battlefield has, where there's like medic, engineer, like the different levels. Yeah. Exactly, and you're gonna have to level those. So it's a cool way for them to unlock, because recently in the last 4 or 5 fucking games they've done, it's just been like you hit level 45, you can use your fucking 10 points however you want because you can unlock everything. This has put a little bit more effort into it, and I'm hoping that they not only get this, but I'm hoping it bodes well for the prestige system, because the prestige system, when you hit max prestige, it used to fucking mean something, and didn't just mean that you dumped a shit ton of hours into a shitty game type that give you a lot of experience. I'm hoping this means that they're focusing on, again, like I said with the campaign, the finer details, and they're going to really push that through into the multiplayer, and they'll make it fun like it used to be. More. It's still fun. I'll always have fun, but I want it to be what it's always been.
Even in a person who's hardwired to play this game, like built to it, like you're that's like in your core DNA at this point, love it. Right? I can tell you're having less fun with the newer versions than you even have had at times with Halo 5 sometimes. And that's crazy to me, because I know that you don't particularly like the setup of Halo 5 better than those other concepts. Like,
I just play that for fun.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if you're having more fun with Halo 5, maybe this can bring you back to not only the competitive side of Call of Duty, but also the fun side. Because I remember when Call of Duty was fun, even without being competitive.
Yeah, there was definitely that break at a certain point, and in my opinion, they lost the competitive side and tried to focus on the fun side, and that just ruined the core people who've been playing fucking.
And then I'll be honest, what it does is it makes all the competitive players come and play with the people who are playing for fun, and they just kill the shit out of them, and it stops being fun for the people who are trying to have fun.
Yeah, and then
it's a bad cross.
Weird. And then we're in a whole different generation. It's been fucking 9 years since the last World War II game came out from Call of Duty. Like, that's what
happened with Battlefield 1. That shit blew up when they did World War 1.
I know. And and Call of Duty, like, people, honestly, some of these guys and gals that are out here in their teens and shit, they don't even remember probably like the big red one, like Call of Duty 2. They don't remember those. They don't remember fucking
the ones
playing
that
the shit out of those over and over and over. So
Medal of Honor and won. Yeah, they don't even remembers that.
Yeah, so the campaign, I'm glad that they're focusing campaign and multiplayer. That being said, zombies look scary as fuck.
And it looks good.
It looks so fucking scary.
We're going to play the shit out of that.
There's one called a pest, and it's a fucking, doesn't have skin. It's a skull, okay? doesn't have arms, and it's in chains, and it looks like it fucking like runs at your ass and like headbutts you. I don't know what the fuck it does. It's scary as hell. Yeah,
arms. Just kidding. No, that dude. I'm telling you, dude. Like, we need to play that co-op.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
on stream.
That's the biggest thing that they haven't released any information on is not the zombies mode, but the zombies co-op missions that they talked about previously in the year.
So zombies mode is mostly single player?
Oh no. So zombie mode is like it's 4-man multiplayer.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. But earlier in the year, pre E3, they mentioned that there's going to be a horror campaign, and it's going to be a 2-man co-op.
Oh, okay, good.
Where it's going to be mission-based zombies, which I'm stoked about because that'll give me the I'll have the realism on the campaign side, like the real campaign, and then I'll be able to go fucking flip the script and go crazy on these zombies. You know what I mean?
I just had my vinegar strokes on stream. Do you watch the league?
No.
Oh shit! Never mind. Then you lost that one. All right. Never mind. I'm not going to describe it because it's really dirty. But no, for real. Like, all this sounds amazing. Like, the more I hear about it, the less I have that like, am I going to regret spending $60 to buy this? Because like, I haven't been as like even a little bit thrilled about the last ones. Like, I've seen some of the older Call of Duties, like, or the last 2 Call of Duties on sale for significantly at multiple times, and I've skipped them. Like, $10, $15, and I've just been like, nah, it's too much money, which is crazy. Like, with Black Ops 2, I was clamoring at the bit to find a way to play it. I didn't have a console that could play it. Oh, it's so good. I played that after Ghosts was out and all that stuff. So it was like,
well, and the most recent one, I mean, they just released Zombie Chronicles on Black Ops 3 and not the newest fucking because Treyarch knows what the fuck they're doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm hoping Sledgehammer took some fucking notes and is going to make comparably as good of a game as the early Black Ops games, as Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare, as, you know, World at War was. Like, I'm excited.
That. Let's make something better. I think better.
And one thing I'm stoked about is that it's not gonna be the scale of Battlefield 1 with Conquest. It's not gonna be 32 on 32. But they have a mode called War that sounds very similar to Conquest, and it's going to be on the larger maps there's going to be War only maps. So there's going to be excessively large maps that are only for that game mode, which I'm really fucking pumped about. People always bitch about large maps, but I feel like when it's for a game mode that is meant to be a 40-minute match or a 30-minute match, it's okay. It makes you
it's like Halo
value your fucking life and not just run in over and over and over and hope you get lucky. You know,
it's like Halo 5's War Zones or like Halo 3's like big maps. Like, they're better. Like, those are great big team battles. Like, those are great modes. You don't play them every day. Well, you might, but like you separate it. They're two different experiences.
It's a separate experience. So
that's actually my one complaint about like Battlefield is so much about that and not so much about the alternative. They don't give you really both versions as much as.
Yeah, I mean, you can play team deathmatch, and they have restricted size maps. So they take the regular size map and then they cut it in like a third.
Yeah, because
like, you can't leave the boundaries. What's that?
Because that's good game design is like taking a map that was designed to be played on a large scale and just cutting it into a third.
Exactly.
So this is a better idea. Like, build maps that are specifically designed for big battles and then keep them away from the small battles. Like, that's perfect. And
I mean, Call of Duty's done this before, like with Rust. Rust was exclusively a small map. Like, it was so small, it was only free for all. And I don't even think they had it on the console versions. It was PC. I only ever played it on PC. Like, there was, and so I mean, they've done these like specific sized maps before. So I'm hoping they do it well. Sledgehammer is the newest of the 3, obviously, coming in. This is the only one they've really worked on hard before was Advanced Warfare, which, I mean, it was good, but it also brought about the fucking jetpack jump boost shit. So
I think campaign wise, that's a cool idea.
It was good campaign. I wasn't upset with the campaign, and following Ghosts, it was better than Ghosts. So Ghost
was fucking dog trash.
Yeah.
I don't know what dog trash is, but it's that.
It's that exactly. You look it up.
Dude, no, I'm psyched. I'm officially like 100% a buy. I'm hoping I can get it day one. When does it come out?
November 3rd, but
November 3rd.
I will be doing from the 1st through the 4th of September. I'm going to be having access to the beta, and I'm going to be Bug's going to be out of town that weekend with the baby. So I'm going to have Friday evening through Monday morning with like fucking as many streams as I can get in.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be lots and lots of videos, lots and lots of gameplay, lots and lots of streams. It's going to be fucking awesome.
I got to run the budget, make sure I can buy it that weekend because I'd love to play with you, man.
If you can't, I'll throw this out there. This is not sponsored. I'm just being nice. GameStop, if you pre-order it, it's $5 to pre-order, and you get the code for the beta.
Awesome.
So all you have to do is after you get the beta code, you go on to their website, you enter the code, and they'll email you a token closer to the date. So
very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Anything else you wanted to cover on Call of Duty before we move on?
No, I think that's it.
Cool. Only have a quick little thing. I don't know if you've heard much about it, but have you heard of Hellblade Setsuna's Wrath?
I have not.
Okay, well, it's not surprising. It's a PlayStation exclusive. And PC, I think. But it's an indie game by, hold on, let me look it up while I'm doing that. Basically it's an indie game by Ninja Theory, which is actually they're like a medium-sized indie developer. They've made like Heavenly Sword and stuff like that. So they make some unique games. But the thing about this game is it's AAA quality looking, like in terms of visuals and gameplay for the most part. The thing that kind of sets it apart though is the entire story is mocapped. Like the character is brought to life by this actress.
Oh, I've seen this. It's something Sacrifice. It's not fucking Wrath. I know what you're talking about. I've seen
Senua's Sacrifice.
Yeah,
right. I'm sorry.
I've seen trailers on it on YouTube, and it looked fucking insane.
It does, and I'm like really tempted to get it. I just found out it's only $30.
Oh wow, that's not bad.
Yeah, so it's indie priced, but it's AAA quality, and it's a story that is supposed to be like fucking sane. It's actually about insanity and slowly losing yourself.
Nice.
And they have this weird mechanic, and I've kind of gotten to like mixed feedback on exactly how it works, but it's basically like if you die enough in the game, you might lose your save file. But the way I heard it described is not exactly that. It's more that you start losing parts of yourself as a character, and so eventually you just become like an invisible character or something like that. It's like something weird like that. So it plays with gameplay mechanics in a way that like have never really been tried before.
Yeah.
And I got to applaud them. Like, that's some balls. I had zero interest after I saw a gameplay video, and then I've been hearing nothing but like insanely good like feedback outside of the handful of fairly critical reviewers that are out there.
With indies though, I mean, that's fucking all the time.
Well, I was gonna say even them, they're like it's a 7 out of 10 game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so the
$30
hypercritical ones are like 7 out of 10, and the ones that are like me and you are saying like 9, 10 out of 10 kind of stuff. So it's on PlayStation. I'm tempted. It may have to be worked in at some point, but I gotta say, like what I've seen so far has been very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing indie studios kind of hit that AAA mark. If they can do more of that, see that. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
There's enough indie studios looking like indie studios. You got to come up with a way to make it look like almost like that B+ instead of an A+.
Yeah. And that's so like you were saying how like the whole thing's mocap. I'll pay $30 for a couple hours worth of really badass cutscenes, even if the gameplay's iffy. You know what I mean? Like $60, you're pushing it, but $30, I'll fucking pay that. Like that's
and I haven't heard anybody actually echo the complaints that I was concerned about with the action. A lot of people were claiming that the like fighting in the game is actually really good. To me, it looked kind of bland and a little bit uninspired, but maybe mixed with the fact that the game has such like a deep story and a great character, you start caring about it more than I'm seeing from like just a quick gameplay footage. So I think that one might be on it. So if you guys want to see, oh God, what is it? Hellblade Seuna's Sacrifice. God, I can't even say it. Let me know in the comments and just go ahead and kind of let me know that you want to see a Let's Play of that. I can definitely feature that. I have a PlayStation, so we can download it there and do a little Let's Play of that.
Now, do you want to know what game you won me on over?
What?
Is fucking Wolfenstein, man.
Dude, that game's dope.
I'm not going to buy the new order because I'm just watching you play it.
No, just play
But
buy the new one.
the fucking, what is it? The new Colossus? Oh my God. I'm sold, man.
Dude,
you sold me.
Like, I'm only like 4 missions in.
Yeah.
And, like,
I've only ever played the
weird
old Wolfensteins where it's like fucking Doom,
It's
you know,
literally
like
a Doom copy, yeah.
Yeah. Like this
nothing
is
like that.
bad fucking ass. I love it. And the story, it's a good story. And honestly, that's what got me inspired to want to buy Metro to replay it because I want to play a first-person shooter that's only story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just want some good fucking story, and I want to do it as a first-person shooter instead of
I hear what you're saying. No, yeah, kind of like Fallout. Like Fallout has an insanely good story, especially 4. Like 4 had an incredibly good story to me. But like, no, Wolfenstein is this little guy over here is like the shock of the show for me. Like I've been playing through that, and honestly, I'm excited because tomorrow I'm going to record more.
Nice. I was actually going to ask because
the only thing that's killing me is like I want to play a lot more often than I can record.
Yeah.
But, like that's the one downside to like recording stuff is like you have to like wait until you can put in a full hour or 2 hours and stuff like that to get really good quality stuff. I don't mind doing that. That's great. But I want to play it so quick. I want to get through it. It's so meaty. I just got to a train car, by the way. Spoilers for the ones who are not watching it. So don't go check out the video before.
Definitely check it out.
I just got to the very end of the last episode, and I was on a train car, and there's like the most realistic looking coffee animation on this tray in front of me. And there's a fucking mech walking through this train with a bunch of Nazis, and I'm just like, I need to kill them all. It looks so good.
I'm telling you, man.
Super, super topical.
It looks great. And like I said, I'm not going to be doing episodic with Metro because of what you've said. Brutal. I know I've just from watching a little bit of the Metro games, I know I'm going to get into it like you've gotten into Wolfenstein at least enough where I'm just going to want to fucking play it.
Blast
so they're going to be stream exclusive, and I'm going to be doing like 2-3 hour streams on the weekends and be knocking these fuckers out.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
dude, too many good games. I forgot to talk about Wolfenstein is what I've been playing, but like they've been watching it, so I guess they know what my impressions are. I really like it, and I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still not like amazing at it yet, but I feel like I'm confident in what I can do now. Like the last episode,
better. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and I love the stealth mechanics. I like that the game can be both.
It seems rewarding if you go stealthy.
It's rewarding for both. Like if you're good at like
for you it seems rewarding to be
stealthy. Thank you. I'm pretty good at stealth. I'm not so good at the whole guns blazing thing.
Once you have 8 guys and a dog attacking you at once, it gets a little sketchy.
The dog scared the fuck out of me, man. That thing comes out of nowhere.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Anyway, I think that's it. Was there anything else we wanted to cover? I thought we got everything.
I think we pretty much hit it all. I just want to do a quick shout out. This upcoming week, I'm going to be putting out a pack opening of Hearthstone. I have a bunch of packs I've saved up. I think I have like 16 now. I've been saving them up. Doing one a video for the coders. A lot of the packs are the new Frozen Throne expansion packs. So it's going to be a lot of brand new cards that just came out on the 10th. Nice. And they'll be fun to see those. There's 135 cards in total in the expansion. And like I said before, I don't put money into those fucking games. So I'm going to be grinding the old-fashioned way. So that's why I got all these packs ready. I'm going to be trying to get a lot of these cards unlocked. So
very cool.
Yeah, I'll have that on video. And then I don't know what I'll do for the rest. I'll probably start up Hitman again. I feel confident enough with my eyes. I'll be able to do Hitman again. So
hell yeah, dude. I can't wait for Hitman.
I love
that series that you're doing.
It's just so fun.
Redemption. What about it? Okay.
Hey, what's up, Shreddy? What's happening?
But yeah, I agree. What you have a stream coming up after this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'll be
you're gonna start like pretty much right up after.
Yeah, I gotta go put some drops in my eyes and fucking
get it.
Refill the whole cup here, and then we'll be all right.
I wish I had that kind of drink. What games shall we be watching?
It depends. I'm torn right now, depending on if you're going to be staying up or not.
I
So,
am going to be staying up.
oh, you are. Well, I mean, we could always do Halo. I'm always down to play some Halo with you.
Hearthstone is
Hearthstone.
a non-existent game, but Hearthstone.
Hearthstone, Blizzard card game. Check it out.
You should definitely look it up.
It's free to play. It's
Or
free to get
Hearth.
into. Yeah, Hearth. There's an H after that T.
TH, baby.
But yeah, if you're down, definitely down to play some Halo. Otherwise, I got a few other games that I kind of hop on. So
Cool. Awesome. No, I'm definitely down. So keep an eye out for the stream. We'll probably do a little dual streaming. I won't have the chat on my side, so it's just going to be for a second angle. But Dylan will be the main view, so check that one out for sure. And then, yeah, for all of us over here at Game Code, we really appreciate all the support you guys give us every single week. We can't wait to continue to bring you great content. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. You will not regret it. I fucking promise you. With all of my heart, I promise you. And stay tuned to some cool new episodes, maybe some new reviews, things like that we'll be bringing up in this upcoming week. But as always, please stay classy, coders.